Hi everyone! Look who's back! This next one's gonna be a boozy one, let me tell you that. Hello and welcome back to New Romantic Cocktails with me, Sophia. If you don't know it by now, I've been creating cocktails to go to each one of my 10 songs off of my debut album, New Romance. So that's why they're New Romantic Cocktails. The next song that we're going to do today is going to be Blame. So this is going to be our 4th cocktail, I believe. No, maybe 5th. No, oh god, I don't know. I've lost count by now. I remember absolutely loving this song when I wrote it. I thought it was so catchy and so easy to play and sing to, and I was kind of really proud of this song when I first wrote it. But I feel like not that many people kind of listen to it and respect it the way that I do. I'm just saying it's not as popular as the other songs that are on the album, which is fair because there's a lot of good songs on the album. But then again, I wrote them, so I like them all. So when I was thinking of doing a cocktail for Blame, I'm trying to, figure out a cocktail for each one of my songs, and it's really tough. And I, like, a lot of the times I'm just like, what the heck goes to this song? Like, how could I ever possibly, relate this cocktail to this song? But I figured it out for this one, I must tell you. So when I was trying to figure out what kind of cocktail would go with Blame, I thought, well, it's in the title. Like, this is gonna be a cocktail that you're gonna blame the cocktail for your night. It's like, it's gonna ruin your day. You're blaming this cocktail for whatever the heck happened to you. So of course, what cocktail do you blame the most but the Long Island iced tea? It's like the booziest cocktail you can probably think of. I'm sure there's boozier cocktails, like if you actually look at the alcohol percentage, but it's one that doesn't taste like what it is, It's got like 5 different types of alcohol in it, but it tastes like iced tea. So you're definitely gonna be blaming that that night on your Long Island iced tea. So the song is kind of about kind of having false expectations, like you're expecting something to happen and then you realize that you're wrong, and then it's like, oh, well, who's to blame? Well, I guess it's me because I was overthinking, or I was thinking that this is going to happen, but of course it's not going to happen. I mean, it could happen, but it's that feeling of like, well, there's nobody else to blame but myself for thinking that somebody else is going to, perceive me in that certain way. Or it could really relate to anything in your life, with that feeling of overestimating or, overthinking. So let's get into making a Long Island iced tea, or what did I call it? Let me see. I'm calling it Blame the Tea. I'm calling it Blame the Tea because you're going to be blaming this tea after you drink it. But I did spice it up a little bit. It's not just a basic Long Island iced tea. We're going to be using my raspberry simple syrup that I used in my last video. And we're going to be using a Cherry Coca-Cola because that's what I had in my fridge. And I thought it'd be good to pair that with the raspberry simple syrup. I would have used a cherry simple syrup, but raspberry just tastes better. And I didn't feel like making multiple syrups. So let's get into it. So we're gonna build this cocktail in the glass. So I got this nice, tall Tom Collins glass. It might be a little bit too big, but we're just gonna fill it with a bunch of ice. So, as most people know, a Long Island iced tea has multiple spirits in it. We've got vodka, rum, tequila, gin, triple sec. I think that's 5 different spirits. So I got them all here. And we're gonna do 3/4 an ounce of each one of those. So let's start off with our tequila. We're using a white Blanco tequila. So 3/4 an ounce of tequila. Then we're gonna do vodka. I got Tito's. We got Tito's vodka. We're gonna do 3/4 an ounce of vodka. This is just my preferred vodka, guys. 3/4 an ounce of rum. We've got Don Q, good Puerto Rican rum, for all my Puerto Rican friends out there. Next, we're doing gin. 3/4 an ounce of gin. And lastly, triple sec, which is like a dry orange liqueur. 3/4 an ounce of triple sec. Now this recipe is really simple to kind of learn and put under your belt because it's pretty much 3/4 an ounce of everything. You're using the same measurement throughout the recipe. So now let's go in with our lemon juice, 3/4 an ounce of lemon juice. And 3/4 an ounce of our simple syrup. In this case, I'm using a raspberry simple syrup. Oh God, it splashed me in the face. Now we're gonna fill it up with ice. So before it was like down to here, and now I filled it up to like up here with ice because I feel like that gives it enough room to put some Coca-Cola in it. But before we put in our Coca-Cola, we're gonna just give it a nice mix with the spoon. And if you want, you could definitely shake this. It might taste better if you shake it because it's got citrus in it. But I just built it in my glass today because I felt like it was like a nice, simple, easy cocktail that I could just throw it in my glass and drink it. Now let's top it off with some Coca-Cola. Some cherry Coca-Cola. Ooh, pretty. And let's garnish it with a lemon wheel and a cute little straw. And there it is. The Blame It on the Tea Long Island iced tea. It's the Blame the Tea Long Island iced tea. Ooh, it's nice. It tastes like a Long Island iced tea, but like fruitier. Like, it's got a little nice fruity flavor to it. I like how after pouring the Coca-Cola, I guess it's the density, it like went all the way to the bottom. So if you want to like stir that, you can, but it looks pretty. It's like crazy how Long Island iced tea kind of tastes like it has no alcohol in it, but it's got like 5 different types of alcohol. It's surprising how 5 different alcohols kind of blend well together in this drink. Like you don't taste the tequila. It's like the tequila is not overpowering the rum, or like, I mean, if you're actually into spirits, maybe you don't want this because you can't actually taste the spirits and you can't taste, you know, the quality of the rum in it. But for somebody who wants like a fun, fruity cocktail that's easy to drink, this is definitely the go-to for that kind of person. So this is a good cocktail to go to the song Blame because it's so strong, yet you're not tasting any of it. So you're gonna be blaming this cocktail for whatever is gonna happen, you know? Maybe it's not your fault, maybe it's the cocktail's fault, okay? But it's also your fault. Stop overthinking, stop overestimating, or maybe actually go with your gut and know that you are an amazing person. Don't listen to what I say. Listen to your heart and listen to your brain and listen to your soul. And who's to blame? I thought you felt the same way, and I'm here to say I'm the only one. This is a good cocktail to cry to, you know, like cry with, like, my life, I need something to numb it. But it's also fun and flirty. It has just a little bit of fizz in it that you can feel in the back of your throat. It is a little, like, it's like a little overly sweet for me. Like, I definitely am not a Long Island iced tea person, but I felt like it went well with the song, so I made it. And I kind of made it my own by putting raspberry syrup in it and cherry Coke, but I don't think that's like any outrageous thing. I'm sure somebody's done that before. But yeah, it's like a little over sweet. It's like a little too sweet for me. It's not like a perfectly balanced cocktail like I would prefer to drink. But it goes well with the song because it does. Right? If you like the sound of this cocktail, make sure that you go and make it, and while you make it and while you drink it, make sure you listen to the song Blame, because you're gonna absolutely love it. It's a great song. I wrote it. I know it's great because I wrote it. If you want to see more drinks like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, make sure you like this video, make sure you go watch the other videos like those two, and watch all of my music videos and listen to all of my songs because they're amazing and they need more recognition. Grab yourself a Blame the Tea Long Island iced tea. And who's to blame?